Well, I wanted to thank you for taking time to speak with me today.
I want to thank you for having me.
I wanted to go deep into this with you and ask you how your passion came for the comic series of The Crow.
Actually, it started when I was really young. My first experience with The Crow was with the motion picture, not the comics, through a really good friend of my older sister. I was around, I don't know, 13 years old. I saw some graphics, from the movie, some posters and stuff. So I ended up watching the movie, and I instantly fell in love with the character, with the color, with the whole message of the movie.
Yes.
And at some point in time later on, I came across the comic book. So the package was, you know, concluded in a way, having both sides, the comic and the movie.
Sure. And the movie was my introduction to The Crow. And the thing I was fascinated about was that movie was really way ahead of its time.
Indeed, indeed. You can actually call it one of the first dark action hero movies. Probably it was around the same time with Darkman or something
Mhm.
like that. It was graphic. Its violence was not so explicit, but the tone was heavy,
Hmm.
The goth element was also very present.
Yes, and then the mystery behind the death.
Of Brandon Lee, yeah,
Yes.
of course. And the whole cast was amazing on the way they acted. Brandon was amazing on his portrayal. I think it's iconic. The soundtrack of the movie was also
Oh, yeah.
amazing, amazing. It was a dark, gothic action, revenge, a love story or something like that. I don't know.
And you put together two albums now on this story. I wanted to ask you, is there will this conclude your journey into it or will it continue?
No, man, I think it. I'm positively feel that I'm done with it in a way that I don't have anything to add, and I don't actually think I want to add anything more.
Mhm.
I dedicated almost 10 years of my life writing the album, coming out with the way that it came out, with the orchestras and the lyrics and the stuff and the. I don't know. I think I'm done with it. I paid my dues to
Yeah.
something that I love deeply, something that inspired me, and carved its name deep in my soul since I was a kid. So I think I'm done. Yeah.
And as far as the writing process,
Mhm.
were both albums completed in the writing process before the first one came out?
Yeah. Both albums was when it comes to the music, both
Mhm.
albums were written at the same time. When I was done before releasing the first part, I had all 32 songs in my hands,
Wow.
and trying to decide how to actually. The plan was to release it as a single double album, but the record label was against it, and
Mhm.
thank God it was against it, because it would have been a disaster other way around. So I was trying to decide how to measure up which songs go to which album, and how to make it different, but in the same time make it a part of each other. That's why
Sure.
we decided to make it a more scarish, a more soundtrack vibe with the orchestra and stuff in the first part, and kind of more gothic in the second part. So it tells the same story from a kind of different view. You know, like when you
Sure.
have a soundtrack, you have the motion picture soundtrack, and then you have the score of a movie.
Absolutely.
It's the same thing, the same film, the same script, but you watch it through different elements of music, you know.
And I wanted to ask if you could speak on my favorite track on the second version, and that is Pain. I really enjoy that song.
Oh man, thank you so much. Pain, huh?
Yes.
Can you tell me why? Do you have a specific reason why? It's the music, it's the lyrics, it's the melodies.
It's the music that really captivated me, because I found myself with the melody lines running through my brain the rest of the day after hearing it the first time.
Oh man, thank you very much, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. That's I'm honored. Pain, huh? Pain was as a composition written around 2000, end of 2015, end of 2016 or something. It's almost 10 years ago. And it was one of the first songs that I wrote after moving from Thessaloniki to Athens. So the song came out, you know, fluently. I just sat down in my PC, in my computer, and was jamming around, and it came out, you know, one breath. But lyric wise, I think it's one of the most comic based songs in the album. The scenes that are going on in the lyrics are mostly based on the scenes from the graphic novel. You know, it's more how do you call it in English? It's more harsh. It's more focused, the comic book. So more scenes of Eric Draven in the room with his memories, with the ghost of Shelley kind of torturing him, you know. His need to find peace, something that in the movie was loosely adapted.
Right.
It's one of my favorite songs too. I think it's one of the most easygoing choruses in the album, probably.
And I think that's the reason for the catchiness of that
Probably,
melody.
yeah.
It really sticks with you. Another one of my favorite tracks is The Other Side of the Blade.
Okay. I hear that a lot, and I'm actually amazed by it. I hear that from a lot of people, and actually it was the only song on both albums I was considering not include.
Wow.
Yeah. It came that close not to include it, you know. We were actually recording a cover of the Cure song that was in this original soundtrack, you know, Burn.
Yes.
And we were trying to communicate with the record label that has the rights to it, to give us the rights to put it on our album. But after many attempts, you know, we couldn't contact with them, so we decided to leave it out from the final album, not to have, you know, any fragments or so.
Sure.
Infringement, yeah. So in the case that the track actually, the cover track actually ended up in the album, the track that was going to take out was Other Side of the Blade, and as it seems, I'm glad we didn't do it, man.
Yeah, I'm very glad you did.
Are telling us, yeah, that they like the song a lot, yeah.
And I wanted to ask you if you could speak on the album artwork and the artist that was involved in it.
I think it's amazing.
Yes, it is.
I think it's the right cover for the right album. It captures completely the atmosphere and the vibes and of the album, and the theme that goes with it. It was kind of strange for me not working with Jim Evianidis again. Jim was my close associate and closest one of my closest friends and associates when it comes to music. We did all three previous albums, album covers with Jim, but he decided to, you know, take another road in his life.
Mm-hmm.
So for the first time in over 10 years, I had to find someone else to trust and let him decorate what we wrote. So I came up with Panagiotis Vlamis. He's not a professional cover artist or something like that. He's an artist, but for himself, the only covers other than our own he did in the past was I think the 2 or 3 latest Desert Near the End album covers. The band are consisted from closest friends of mine, so I came up with the idea to contact Panagiotis to try and come up with something for the final part of the story. And I'm glad we did, because he ended up with something incredible. I don't know.
And the album is out, and
yeah,
you know, you have to be very satisfied with what you've created. But has there been thoughts of what lies ahead for you?
We are for sure. How do you call it? I can find the right word. You know, for us, it's already an old album. You know, around the time people can hear what was the final product, for us it was already, I don't know, 6 months, a year that we were consistently listening to the same album and again and again and again. So we're glad it's out. We're glad about how the people is receiving it. We are very, very happy for the reviews and the ratings, but in the same time, I'm kind of glad that it's over, because I was actually tired from the whole process. You know, yeah, it took too long, and with some dark and difficult turns. We had some serious accidents during the process, so I'm glad it's over, at least in the process of making it. And yeah, we're actually planning our next moves and what comes in the near future. We are planning to release a digital EP with some remastered version. Actually, it's gonna be more like a revisited EP for the 4 tracks, for the 4 thematic tracks of our first album, From Sun to Eternity. It turned 10 years old this year.
Wow.
So we wanted to celebrate it by you know, doing something, you know, more into where we are right now, sonic wise. So that's our first plan, to release it as a digital EP with one previously unreleased songs as a 5th part. And yeah, but planning the steps ahead for the new album, for the next album. We have the ideas, we have the most of the songs already in a pre-production state. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun ride ahead.
And I wanted to ask you as well, if you could take me back in time and tell me how Forbidden Seed became a reality.
Yeah, for sure. It was kind of you know, a shock to me, because when I started the whole Forbidden Seed idea, was mostly going to be something as a personal project or so. I just gathered some friends and I had previously written some songs and wanted to release an album, not to do it as a full live band or something like that, just a studio project. So I gathered a few friends, a few mates from other bands, people that I trusted and I felt good playing with them. You know, the vibe had to be right between us, the chemistry as a musicians. And when actually From Sun to Eternity came out around 2015, the record label that released it planned a gig, a festival, an open air fest for the band's of the label and asked us if we could play on the first day. I think it was a 2-day fest, and asked us if we could play on the first day. And that shocked me because I never thought Forbidden Seed back then as a full-time band or a live band or something like that. So I called the boys and said, you know what, can we make it? Can we play what we wrote on the studio at the stage? And the boys were, that's gonna be one hell of a ride. So fuck yeah. So we did it, and actually from that point on, we never stopped. Actually, it became a full-time live band than what I originally thought as a studio project of myself.
And I wanted to ask you as well, as a new fan that's come in to enjoy your music, what's the best way to get a hold of your past catalog? Because I look like on a streaming service like Spotify and that, and only this new release is on there.
No, it's all the previous 3 albums.
I couldn't find them.
Really, I can send you the link as Forbidden Seed. Yeah. If you type Forbidden Seed on Spotify, it actually was a problem with the latest album. It came up.
Because I had to put it, I had to look under Forbidden Seed Band.
Yeah, I know.
Get this out.
That was not the plan. You know, something went off about it. And then it came up. It was uploaded as a Forbidden Seed band. No, if you check Forbidden Seed, all 4 albums are in our channel. It's an official Spotify channel. You can also find everything you need included in digital and in a physical format in our Bandcamp page. And you can always contact the record label or us in person, Forbidden Seed, on Facebook, and make your order physically, digitally, whatever you want. Yeah, it's actually all 4 albums out there. Yeah.
That's what led to my confusion. It wasn't searching for this album in particular because I had to put in Forbidden Seed Band.
Yeah.
And so it threw me off, and that was the only thing that came up.
We still don't know what the fuck went wrong right there, you know. We managed to fix it after, I don't know, 10 days trying to, you know, take it down and upload it again. And I don't know what the fuck went wrong there. But it's everything's okay now.
Excellent. And I wanted to ask you on your Bandcamp as far as merch and stuff, is there shirts there and other things like that you can purchase?
Everything except shirts. The t-shirt are the old ones are sold out right now. We're planning to you know, produce some more in the near future, and also an official t-shirt of the new album is coming in the next month or so.
Excellent. And I wanted to ask you if you could take me back in time and tell me how your musical journey began. At what age did you begin?
Oh man, but I don't know. I grew up in music, you know. Music was in my life since I can remember myself. My dad used to play guitar. My mom used to sing. So my older sister also sings, you know. Music was always present in my house. My mother always used to play some vinyls during the day. So I took up the guitar when I was around 10 years old or so. You know, jamming around some easy tunes at first, and trying to find how you make the, you know, sound of the pentatonic.
Sure.
And the chords and the power chords and stuff. So I actually learned how to express myself around, I don't know, 15 years old or so, when the first seeds of tracks and the compositions in the easiest way possible starting to take shape, you know.
Sure.
Actually, the song Gesture of Light from the Grand Masquerade, our second album, the song Gesture of Light is actually the first song I ever wrote in my life, and I was around 15 years old.
Wow.
And musically wise, I kept it in the same way it was written when I was 15. I didn't change anything.
Wow.
Only the vocals that came around when the album was released. But as it comes to music, it was the first song, and as you hear it, I was around 15 years old. And around 70 years old, I started playing in bands as a guitarist, always as a guitar player. I still consider myself as a guitar player. And I never stopped till now, since then. Yeah.
And lastly, I wanted to ask you if you could give a message to your fans, what message would you give them, my friend?
If we have any fans in that way, because I still consider ourselves as a very small band.
You would definitely have one here in the States, I'll tell you that.
I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, that's a blessing. Thank you very much. Message, try to support what you love. And if music is what you actually love, try to support music and musicians in the right way, so they can still produce and do what they love, so you can always hear new music and what you love from them. It's a chain.
Yes, absolutely.
If we can do what we love in the most sincere and honest way, then you will also get what you want. That's new music, or music that is honest and can touch you in your soul. Or it's a both. It's two-way street.
Absolutely.
Keep supporting music. Keep supporting musicians, and we would like to thank everyone that spent a minute, 10 minutes, $1, or 10 euros to our passion. I would like to thank all of them. Yeah, personally.
And I'd like to thank you personally for creating an album that I enjoyed from top to bottom, my friend.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you for.
I'm so glad to hear that I can reach your other material, because I look very forward to listening to it, my friend.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your kind words. I really appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Thank you, and I appreciate you taking time to speak with me today.
Thank you for having us again. Yeah.
You have a great day, my friend.
You too. Stay warm, stay safe.
And stay metal.
Stay metal, always, man. Stay strong.
Always.
Yeah.
Take care, my friend.
Take care. Thank you.